How you guys doing? My name is Vinix. Crazy Mike, just don't call me senpai, and we are doing another review. But today, not only is it just me, and I know it's been a while since it's only been me for a while, but no, today we actually have someone else. We now have Nub with us today. How you doing, Nub?
Hello.
Hi. Are you excited for today's episode? I know we haven't seen you for a while.
Yes, I kind of stopped watching the series. Sorry. Um,
How dare you?
sorry, not the series, the podcast. Um,
That's all right.
uh, it, so,
You ready?
yes, I am
All right.
mentally prepared. I'm
Nub
mentally
already
prepared to be a weeb.
to be a weeb. Yeah. All right. So Nub already
That
knows
should
what
be
we're
your
gonna be reviewing.
catchphrase.
I'm mentally prepared to be a weeb. They should put that on. That'd be a great T-shirt design.
Yes.
I'm mentally
I can
prepared to
ask
be
my
a
mom
weeb.
to make that.
That would be a great. I would pay good money for that. Anyway, that's not why we're here today. We're here to review an anime, and I guess you can guess by the title what one we're reviewing today. But if you're not paying attention to what you're listening to, well, first of all, you should probably pay attention to that. But second of all, we are going to be reviewing finally My Hero Academia, or MHA.
Boku no Hero Academia, to be
Or
exact.
yeah, for you people, cautionary people who needs to say it correctly, yes.
It's Boku no Hero Academia,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Don't watch the
yeah.
English dub.
Yeah. Okay.
Never
Anyway,
watch English dubs.
no. Personally, you know what? Actually, for My Hero, I watched it because I have to watch animes twice if I'm gonna review them. But I watched My Hero first in subbed, but then I decided this time that I was actually gonna watch it in dubbed because
Why
you
would you
know.
ever watch a dub?
Well, because sometimes there's some actually pretty talented voice actors in the English version. Personally, I don't really care if it's in English.
Japanese
If
language is
I
much better
don't,
than English.
oh, it sounds better, especially for anime. But there's some voice actors, like the voice actor of Kirito.
No,
He's an incredible voice actor.
nothing beats Japanese
Okay,
voices.
we're not gonna get into this debate anyway. But I just watched it in both, and I actually didn't have a problem with the English version. But that's just a personal
Did you just call it Ingus?
English. English.
You said Ingus.
English. No, I'm pretty sure I said English. Anyway, we're gonna be reviewing My Hero Academia, and I obviously we got Nub here. We're all ready. We're grooving. We're ready to be weebs. We got this. Otakus.
I'm mentally prepared to be a
Be
weeb.
a weeb. We are mentally prepared. I think I'm gonna use that from now on. That's kind of catchy, actually. Not gonna lie. All right. So, first off, what are your opinions on the series? Do you like it? Are there things that you don't like personally about the series? Let's just start off with the beginning of the series, how Deku gets his powers in the first place. Let's just start off with that.
Okay,
Okay. I'll
so
let you go.
originally when I started the series, I was like, what the heck is going on? Why doesn't this main character have superpowers? Because I'd seen the trailers and all.
Yeah.
Um, I was super confused.
Of like why he
Um,
didn't have powers.
Also, I really didn't like the way he got his powers.
You didn't like it?
No, it's just like you saved someone, you get powers now. Like anyone could have done that.
You know what? That's fair enough.
That's
Personally, I think him actually getting the power passed down, I don't think that's weird. The thing that I find the weirdest about it is how you actually receive the power
why do you
itself.
have to ingest hair?
Well, to be honest, you don't actually have to ingest hair, but for some odd reason, All Might's like, eat it, and like gives him a strand of his hair.
I'll take it.
That I think is weird. That
Can
I
I
do
can I
think
just
is
make a
weird.
reference to another anime
Yeah, I think that's
quickly?
fine.
Quickly.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
sure.
I'll write notes on superheroes with my right hand. I'll do my homework with my left hand. I'll take All Might's hair and eat it.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so okay. Now here's my problem with Deku himself, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this in the past. When I think actually we reviewed it together. Oh no, it could have been. I don't know. I don't know who I was reviewing with, but I'm pretty sure I reviewed it with someone. But I mentioned in that I don't like Deku.
Yeah, Deku's kind of too soft of a character, honestly.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
I think he's a little bit too much of a crybaby, and
yeah.
you know what? I get it. Actually, to be fair, if you're gonna break your bones, you can cry a little. I mean, come on, it's probably gonna
No, it's
hurt.
not necessarily how much he breaks his bone. He doesn't cry when he breaks his bones, which is
Which
surprising.
is funny because he
He
doesn't cry
breaks
when
his
he breaks his
bones,
bones.
but then when he sees someone get taken away from him, he's like
He starts bawling his eyes
bawling
out.
his eyes out. Which, if you broke your bones like severely multiple times, that's gotta hurt more.
Yeah,
Don't
I
know.
honestly I think Todoroki is a better candidate for
Okay, but
the powers
okay,
for All
but
Might's powers.
seriously, Tododeku 2021.
What did you? No. Okay. Don't worry. We're gonna get to that part of the My Hero Academia
Oh,
community
we're
later,
actually
and I
doing.
have some questions for you about that whole thing because I know you are one of those people. Anyway, but yeah, so we're on the same page where we just think Deku maybe needs to toughen up this next season. Am I
Yep,
correct in saying
season
that?
five.
Correct. Season 5. Oh yes, season five's coming out. Did you watch the trailer for that?
I didn't know. I might
There
have.
there is a trailer for it. If you didn't, that's fine. I'm just gonna quickly go over what the
I've
plot.
watched a little. I've watched also a couple theories about the universe of My Hero Academia.
Okay, well those are
But,
theories. We're not gonna get into
yeah,
theories because
they're quite
those are
interesting though.
opinions.
Did you know that it's
No, there
possible that
is.
All Might have actually had a secret power you didn't know about?
That is true. Oh, that does make sense.
Because he does turn extremely muscly when he uses the power.
That does make sense. Anyway, but yeah, so season 5 is I believe that's coming out April 5th? No,
Also,
March
I
25.
know who the first two users of
Okay,
All for One for All are.
we're not getting too deep into that. But anyway, so season 5 of My Hero Academia is coming out March 25th, and I believe the arc or the plot for that season is basically Class 1A and Class 1B are basically going to have a huge tournament against each other. And I'm really excited for that because we get to
When's
see
the
some new
Apocalypse
quirks.
arc? When's like the Apocalypse arc? Because I know
I
that
don't
happens in the
know.
comics.
It does
I've heard
happen in
about
the
it.
manga. I don't know. I didn't read the My Hero Academia manga.
Yeah, me neither. I just watched
Yeah.
during when I was watching my theory videos. He talked about the manga a bit.
Yeah, that's probably going to be after this arc. This arc I'm really excited for because in this one we actually get to see more of 1B and I want to see
Yeah, and
more
that
different
annoying guy
quirks.
who thinks he's better than everyone.
Oh, that I feel like you know what? Here's the thing about anime. In anime, you need those characters that aren't the bad guy, but they're annoying enough to almost be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So this kid isn't the bad guy, but he's so annoying that you hate him, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you need you. There's all I've noticed in most animes. There's always that character that you just don't like, but isn't a bad guy.
Oh yeah, he
And
does have one of those in the series.
I think no, I think for you to have a very successful anime, you at least need some of them.
Yeah.
For you need a bunch of those. You need those in each anime, or else it just doesn't stay interesting, in my opinion. But that's just personal opinion.
Klein and Sao may have been that one person that I didn't like. Um,
But anyway, so that's what the arc for that. And I also believe the people who are going to be doing the opening, for you people who are really concerned about the opening, the people who are doing the opening are the Peggies.
who?
Pretty sure, I think. Let me just double check on that. Because
Who's the Peggies?
they do a bunch of really good anime intros.
I see. My
Yes.
favorite one is still I think Odd Future is still my favorite.
Odd Future.
Yeah, season 4 opening.
That is a good one. Here, I'm just gonna check real quick. Boku no Hero Academia opening 6. Who's doing it? I wanna know who's doing it now this season.
Mhm. Oh, 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 oh.
I don't know. Anyway, but the opening is supposed to be really good, and I'm really excited for that. But that's obviously that's in a couple of weeks, but we're gonna talk about the My Hero Academia now. Are you
Yes.
ready? Yeah, yeah.
I'm mentally prepared to
To
be a
be a weeb. All right. So you know what? Let's just hop into the whole powers thing because how the powers work. There's some things in there that are a little off in my
Hold on.
opinion.
I believe I saw there were 3 quirk types in MHA.
Well, it's not so much as quirk types. Like you can have
No, because there was
anybody.
like, oh, I'm trying to remember what they were called. There's 3, like one was like I think it might have been support thing or something like that.
Oh, we're going. Okay, that's way into detail. That's
Yeah, like there was
obviously different
attack,
powers.
there was like defense, and there were like
Oh
3
well, you can
main
use your. Well, that's just
different
how you use your
categories.
quirk. You can always use your quirk for something else. That's
No,
just
but
how you use it.
those were like the main usages, and like categorize them all into
Well, you can
different
use your quirk for different
uses.
things. Like, yeah, you don't have to use
Yeah,
like
but you
Todoroki
know how like Suyu Usui,
Suyuasu.
Suyu Asui, she's a sport. Yeah,
Well, she can use hers for defense as well and attacking.
yeah, but
I see what you're
her
trying to
strong
do.
point, her strong point is support.
I see. Okay, I see. Well, that's just her personal. That's anyway, whatever. But the whole thing is, isn't it? It's 80% of the world randomly received a quirk. Okay, come on, dude.
I didn't know you were done.
Talking here. Come on. Anyway, so
Oh,
80.
okay. So apparently it's emitter, mutant, and transformation.
Okay. Anyway, we're already off that topic. Come on, man. Stay with the program. Anyway,
I
the
usually bring back things like
okay.
from 10
No, we
minutes
don't.
ago.
No, no. It's fine. Okay. So basically, 80% of the world got a quirk. Now, but my question is, and I want to figure this out in the future because I'm a huge backstory guy, but I want to know how they actually received their quirks. And I'm pretty sure it's in the manga, but there has to
There
have
was one
been.
child who was born emitting
Yes,
light.
but how did he get the quirk?
I don't know, he was just randomly born with quirk. Evolution, man. Evolution.
Like, well, but that's
Who knows how
different.
evolution
That's
works?
different. If it's evolution, then there would be multiple sightings popping up, but it was just that one child that got the quirk. If it were
Maybe he was,
evolution, there would be multiple.
maybe he was the first to evolve.
Okay, but there would also be more. What I'm saying is, I want to know there has to be something special about that one person. There has to be something special about him. For example, like a science experiment gone wrong, something like that. We just need something. Come on. Some
Uh,
backstory to it. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
yeah. Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
The
Yeah.
child, hi-
The child of light. We'll call.
his parent ingested a star, um,
Okay, we're not
and
making.
I don't know. You asked me.
Well, I was just saying. I think we should like. There should be something. I'm not asking you to come up with it on the spot. I'm just saying. Hey, we need some kind of backstory. You know.
Listen, children are blissfully are balls of light, just
Okay.
emitting
Okay.
light.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
blissful
Let's
balls
backtrack.
of light.
Okay. Anyway,
Except for the tiny children that I believe.
except for the tiny children. Yeah, those are interesting. Anyway, so
And the ones that I keep in my basement.
what are
Um,
your opinions on the bad guys of the series? What do you have? Do you think they're good bad guys, as good as in not as in good guys, but as in like well plotted bad guys?
I mean, like, I'll always go for Dabby, but
Oh my freaking god! You know what? We're gonna skip to that part. Okay, this is the part, and this is the reason why I asked Nubular to come on to the podcast today for this specific reason. And the reason for this is because I don't understand this, and I know a bunch of other people don't understand this. So I'm bringing along someone who does understand this to try to enlighten me in what the heck is My Hero Academia shipping. And why do you enjoy it so much? And why do you make the male characters? And I'm not saying I have anything against people being gay, but when they're clearly not, and Deku has feelings for Uraraka, I just want to know what's going on through your mind.
I mean, like, there were a few awkward moments between Kachan and Deku, so,
Oh my
like, you
god.
can't.
But what's so fun about it? What's so fun
I
pairing
don't
up
know. It's
these
just.
weird matches of characters?
What do you mean? They go so well
I'm
together.
sorry to say this,
They're-
but Deku and Kachan do not mix.
yes, they do.
No, they
Deku is
don't.
like a tiny baby, and Kachan is like father.
Kachan is like a father that yeets their baby out the window. That is not a steady relationship, even if it were to happen.
That is exactly what a father should do.
No, whoa! What kind of father-son relationship do you have? You know what? Don't answer that.
A normal one, but I sad. That's sadly the truth.
Oh my. Okay. Anyway, so what is so fun that you find about shipping these characters together?
Um, I don't know exactly.
You don't know exactly.
I don't know exactly myself. It's just kind of
Well,
fun.
okay, I can see that. For example, then, would you? How do I want to know more about this. What do you find? Do you like find it interesting? Is it you personally that likes it, or do you like sharing your thoughts with other people that do My Hero Academia shipping? You kind of get where I'm coming from?
Probably. I mean, like most of the time when I do shipping,
You just do it for yourself, or do you do it for others?
well, My Hero Academia shipping, I do for myself.
You do do okay,
Um,
so you do it for yourself.
but because I don't really have any other friends that like shipping and also like My Hero Academia.
Okay,
I do have friends that like shipping, but not they don't like My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia shipping. Okay,
Um, yeah. So I mean, I would share it, but I don't have
it's
anyone to
kind of
share with.
that's fair. I don't see a lot of people getting into My Hero Academia shipping. Sorry. I just the reason that I don't like it is because I don't know. I just find it weird when you pair up two characters that clearly do not like each other. For example, Gachan and Deku.
Kachan and Deku are perfect together.
Okay.
Todo Deku 2021 as well.
Stop. No. Okay.
Deku is like, you know when you have an empty bowl.
No.
Deku is like the milk
Stop.
that you
Oh
put into the
no.
bowl,
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
or like
Okay.
anything you put into
Nope.
there.
We're moving on to the next part of
He
this.
fills
Okay.
up the
Nope.
bowl.
Nope. Okay. Mute.
I'm just saying, Todoroki is like empty. He's
Oh,
like
Todoroki's.
shy, like yeah, and then Deku just fills him up.
Todoroki. Okay, I took that the wrong way.
Like,
All right. Okay, we're gonna move
no,
on
the
to the
wrong way.
next. We're gonna move on to the next piece of our little podcast here, and we're gonna move on to the actual review part of this. So, for you
Deku
who just
2021.
don't know, we split the review up into 3 sections, and then we combined all of the 3 reviews into one, and we get our final mark. So the 3 sections are obviously plot. So how good the plot was. Did we like the story, or did you find some things off? Stuff like that. The next one is music. So the openings, the
Oh,
fight scene music, and the
oh,
ending music. And the last one is the art style. So how the characters look, how the animation is, the fight scenes, all that. So we're just gonna start off the bat. I usually start with the plot. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first for my review, or do you kind of want to switch?
hold on. I just saw a cursed quirk.
Okay, no, we're not getting into that. All right, I'll go first then. So personally, I think the plot is a little. I like the plot. I love the idea of it. It's very unique. I haven't seen any animes like this anywhere, and it's very unique. However, Deku
A
is
lot
pissing
of
me
them.
off. I don't think I've ever seen one like this.
A lot of them
But
include schools, though.
well, no, just how they like how the powers work and everything like that. The plot of the whole story, I haven't seen anything like that. However, if Deku were to learn to grow a pair of balls and not stop being a
Uh,
crybaby, I would like it a lot more. So for that, it's gonna get. I'm feeling maybe on the generous side today. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for plot. I'll be on the more generous side today. I was thinking like 6 or 7.
yeah, I'd give the plot. I mean, like, it's not one of the best animes I've seen. I'll be honest, apart from the ships. Um, I mean, like, I didn't like the start, the beginning, him getting his quirk.
Okay.
Like that made no sense. He's just like, hey, look, you tried your best on the math test today. You're gonna get a Kit Kat bar. That's literally the vibe it gave
That's
me.
pretty much actually. That's pretty accurate. So what's your final mark then for your
Um,
well, not your final mark, but your review for this part for
well,
the
there are good characters. The storyline is it catches your attention. It's not the best storyline, but it's pretty good.
It's pretty
Like it's not,
unique.
yeah, it's pretty unique. I'd give it a 7 or 8.
A 7
Um,
or 8. So
yeah,
you will give it a 7. You'll give it a 7.5.
I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5. Okay, so 7.5 and an 8 and an 8's for me. So we're gonna move on to the next part, which is music wise. Do you want to go first for this one, or you go first for this music one? Because you've been singing the openings this whole time, so you can go first for that one.
Go.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna.
Odd Future. Odd Future vibes.
Oh yeah. All right.
Odd
What's
Future.
your what's your
Always.
opinion on the music then?
I love it. It's so upbeat and
You like it?
just it goes so well with the series.
Okay.
I mean, like, you can't have any other music to go with this series.
All right. Okay. So what's your final? Is that all you gotta say?
10 out of 10.
A 10. Whoa, a 10 out of. Okay. You going big. Okay. Uh. Well, for me, the openings itself, all of the openings are fire. They're all really good. I can't find one that I didn't like. But however,
The day was the day
the day
wasn't
was
my favorite.
the day I would say the day out of all of them wasn't my favorite, but then again, it was still pretty good.
Yeah,
So that for me, the
it kind of
openings
went well. It kind of went well with like the beginning, like him getting
it
his
went really well.
powers.
Yeah, yeah, it went
Like
really well.
the day he gets his powers, I
Yeah,
I
well,
can see
that's what
that.
they're trying to
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
yeah.
However, the endings weren't that unique to me. I'm not
I
adding
didn't
the
really
endings.
watch the endings.
No. So I'm not adding the endings to my anime playlist or all that. So for
You have an
me,
anime playlist?
I got some songs. I got some songs with me.
You
You know.
do you legit just go onto Spotify and just like listen to anime songs for enjoyment?
Yeah, while I'm reading
Uh,
some mangas, while I'm reading my Untitled Chapters,
I
yeah.
cannot listen to anime songs for entertainment.
Really?
No, I listen to
What?
actual music. I mean, I
Okay.
don't mean that in a harsh way, like it's bad music, but like it's intro music, not
What?
music music.
What the? Okay.
I also,
Um,
when I listen to music, I pay close attention to the lyrics. First of all, it's in Japanese. Second of all, when it's from a show, there's there's not as much, since it's not coming from the person there's who it represents a character, not the person who wrote it themselves. So there's less thought in it.
well, these are
I think
actual
there
like
I
artists. These are
think
actual artists that wrote these.
yeah, but it's like reflects the character, not them.
No, well, no, whoa, dude. Okay, we're gonna move on from that. So for me, it's gonna get
I think very like profoundly,
I
I don't know, of music. I always think, okay, take every single little detail into opinion and then form an opinion.
Okay.
into account. Sorry.
Anyway, for me, the music's gonna get it. I'll be generous and I'll give it a 9 out of 10, just because the endings were anything I really listened to. But the openings were really good, so it'll get a 9 out of 10 for me. I'll be generous. All right. Now for the last part, which is the art style. So this is the art and the animation. For me, the
Yes.
art was not unique whatsoever. If I couldn't find anything very unique about the art. It looks good. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. I'm just saying if you were to compare this art to another anime's art that looks very similar, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference very well.
I would have to disagree a bit. Each
You
anime
disagree?
has its own little unique things in
Okay.
the faces, at least. I find if you pay close
It's the
attention,
eyes. It's the eyes
it's
most of the time.
mostly the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
And
get that.
also in My Hero Academia, a lot of it is the hair, just because
The hair is unique
a lot
because
of
of
their
their.
hair like expresses their quirk a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Bakugo's is literally spiky as an idea of an explosion.
Yeah.
Kirishima's looks like
No, I
it
get it.
literally looks like a rock.
No, I
It's like
get I get that. I'm
yeah,
not saying that they like the characters look unique. Oh yeah, which
yeah.
that is good. That is good. I'm just
I
saying
also
like
love
the
the
art
outfits.
in general. Like oh yeah, the art fits obviously. I'm just saying the art in general. Like for example, if you take what's an anime with really unique art style?
Mob Psycho
Take
100.
yeah,
Mob
take Mob
Psycho
Psycho.
100.
You can just tell by like the outlines of the characters' bodies and just how they color them. That's unique to me. That is amazing. Same
Yeah.
with Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, for their lines on the side, they make it a little bit thicker in some areas, and the hair is very different, and so are the eyes. That's what I'm looking for. That's
Uh,
what I'm saying. Like very like unique all around, not just like the eyes and the hair. How and the other part, which is a little disappointing, is the fight
I don't
animation.
pay attention to the lines in animes a lot.
I know. This kind of goes for someone who like me who really pays attention because I have to do reviews like this. I pay attention to like every single little detail, so I I really pay attention to these things because I know what I like. I know what I like.
Mm.
But
I also like to congratulate anyone who can really do like human portrait art
human,
because like I don't mean to be like what's the word for it like self like too
okay,
self-confident, I guess is the best way to say it since I don't know the word.
I don't.
Um,
Okay,
but I mean like I am. Why did you reply with the watermelon?
I misclicked. All right. Anyway,
Replies to an image with the watermelon. Um, anyway, yeah, I'd say myself I am pretty good at like abstract idea drawings,
okay.
but like if I could never draw, or I could never draw a really good human
Like anime character or just like
anime
human?
character or like a human character.
Oh, okay. No, I gotcha. So,
Although I do
but
have an idea for an art style for like characters like human characters
okay.
that I have yet to try out.
Hmm. Okay. You'll have to show me that sometime. But
Yeah.
so you like the art. You like the art
Yeah.
portion of this. Okay. So what are your opinions then on the animation part of this?
Um.
More
Well,
directed to the
frame,
fight scenes. More directed to the fight scenes.
well, first of all, I'm gonna start with frames per second. It's pretty smooth.
Okay, we're going to into well, we're getting really deep into this. We're talking about frames. Okay.
Well, when you say animation, that's the first thing I think about.
Oh, so when I say animation, you just think of the frames per second. You don't think of like
Yeah,
the actual. Okay.
I
No,
think
no,
you
no.
get
That's
it,
okay.
yes.
Okay. No, continue.
Yeah, so it's pretty smooth. The fight scenes, like, there's got to be some special effects. Like, it can't all be drawn by hand.
I think
If it
I
is,
think I think My Hero was all by hand. I don't think there was any 3D animation or anything like that in there. I don't think there was. I think that's all drawn. I know, for
What
example,
about the
I've heard.
sparkle parts with Aoyama?
No, those are all drawn.
They're all
I
drawn.
can. Here, you keep talking. I'll look that up real quick. You
Are
just.
okay.
So
I
what? So
still can't
what's.
believe you get shininess in drawing.
What is, while I'm looking this up, so do you like the fight scenes, or do you
Oh yeah,
think that
they're
they're a
good.
little on the weak side? Just
They're good
go
fight
into depth.
scenes. Did you watch the extra 2 episodes in My
I
Hero
don't,
Academia season 4?
I didn't. Did I miss anything good in there?
I'm pretty sure it mostly took place before the provisional license exam, somewhere around there. Or somewhere it was basically a training exercise where
Okay.
they had to go into a building where there had been, I believe it was an earthquake, and
Okay.
save one person who hadn't evacuated.
Okay.
And they split up into groups. Basically, there was a water leak, and they basically had to not only save that person, but help all the other classmates get out safely.
Okay. I
I
missed
mean,
that one.
like
I should probably go
it
back.
wasn't the most intense 2 episodes because like they're
Yeah,
episodes.
they're ovas. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
OVAs. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they were good.
Okay. So I
I
just
mean,
looked it
like they
up.
weren't the most
It said it's
intense.
all 2D animation. There is no 3D in actual My Hero, which is more
Yeah,
actually
but
that's
are there
actually
any
more
special
impressive.
effects like
No,
added?
it's all drawn, which makes my review that I'm about to say a little bit more negative. Oh, I should probably. Let's finish with you since you already started. So then, what's your final mark for the art and animation then?
I
Before we
don't
move
want to
on
give it
to.
a 10 out of 10 because Mob Psycho 100, the art is just.
Yeah, don't give it a 10. This is definitely not a 10 out of 10. You got to be a little bit more
I'd give it a
critique about
5
it.
or a 6. Somewhere at 6.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're gonna give it a 6 out of 10?
6, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Because,
I
like,
talk
with
about
anime, with art styles, there's such a wide range. It's so
there
hard to
is a
put it
huge
into 10.
variety of art
It's
styles that
so
you can
hard to
use.
put it
Yeah.
into 10 numbers.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm just
So
gonna give it a
while
6.
I do my opinion on the art and animation, you come up with your final mark. So that's My Hero
6.
Academia.
Oh, my
Boom.
final mark.
Mark. So you come up with that while I go over.
Wait, what were my 3 marks again? I gave it a 10 out of 10,
Give it a 10 out
a
of 10, a
7.5.
7.5, and then a 6. So just come up with your final mark. So someone in that range. Well, I just explained
So,
my final mark.
10,
Here,
7.5.
I'm gonna mute you. Just text me when you're done, okay? If you're gonna. Okay. So my personal opinion on My Hero Academia, the art style and the animation. Personally, art style. I've already explained how I feel about the art style. The art style was actually really good, uh, but the animation, mostly for the fight scenes, and I really noticed it during the what was it? The contest. That little they're you know they're like what do I want to say? They're like little competition that they had. I really noticed it more there in the fight scenes that, especially the fight Deku versus Todoroki. I really noticed it there that the animation in the fight scenes aren't aren't as good as other ones. For example, like Demon Slayer and stuff like that. It's not as good as those. However, I'm not saying they're bad. And the fact that there's no special effects and this is all drawn makes it a lot better. But it's not to the point where I'm going to give it a high mark because it's just not my favorite at all. So I'm actually surprised that Nub actually gave that mark for it. So, by the way, Nub, you're unmuted.
Yeah.
Okay. Nub, you actually surprised me with your low mark. So I'm going to be a little bit higher than you, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Gonna be more on the generous side. Feeling a little nice today. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna just estimate my total 10, 7.5. I was trying to do math.
Don't worry about
Uh,
math. We're not gonna make fun
10,
of you if you don't know that.
7.5, and 6. Basically combine those all. 6 can fit into
You
10.
average.
7.5
You
can fit into 10.
you just
I
give an
give it
average.
around 6 and 7.5 are pretty close. And then 10 boosted up, I'd give it about an 8 or 9. Somewhere. Let's do 8.5 because I gave it a
Give it
7.
an 8.5. Okay, so your
Because
final
I
mark
did
is
a
an 8.5.
7.5. I'll do 8.5.
Okay, I'm going to be I this anime for me, I didn't actually I'm it's not an anime that if I have nothing else to watch, I'm going to go back and watch it again. I'm just not going to go do that.
I'd rather watch Death Note just for memes and Dell.
I'd rather watch something else. So for that, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. So we're around the same mark. However, I didn't. There's just a couple things in there. I'd rather watch something else. So, but it's still good. I'm not saying it's bad. So it's gonna get 8 out of 10 for me. And Nub, you said that you wanted to give it an 8.5.
Yes, that is
Okay, so we're gonna
correct.
give it an 8.5. Okay, so final marks. I give it an 8. Nub, what do you give it?
8.5.
8.5. Awesome. That's our final marks. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. If you're on YouTube, just tell us in the comments. If you're on Spotify, you can text me it on my Instagram or on my Twitter. Do it there. You guys know what it is. It's Vinix Official, capital V, capital O, no spaces. The rest are lowercase. And yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode or today's podcast episode. Thank you guys so much for joining in. My name is Vinix Crazy Mike. Just don't call me senpai. Nub, do you have any final words?
I'm mentally prepared to
To
be a
be
weeb.
a weeb. I think I'm gonna do that one for the openings now. That's kind of hype. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for us. I will see you guys next week. I don't know if Nub will be here next time, but we'll see.
I'm
I
probably going to
guarantee
be
you.
available unless I have homework.
That's okay. I have one that I don't think you've seen the anime that I'm going to review next week, so it's fine. But I'm
I,
sure we will see you. I'm sure we will see you in the future again. So that is going to do it for me and Nub. My name is Vinix, like I already said. Crazy Mike, just don't call me senpai, and I'm going to see you guys next week for another episode. Peace.